going on?
Whoa. Even
Whoa!
I have I've got a row of
Oh,
beverages here ready.
I need to crank it up. Hey, chat room. Hey, guys. Can you hear us? I forgot to pour my coffee. And that's a necessity, as we all know. Can you hear me? Can you hear Ster? That would
Hey,
be
hey, hey.
that would be the
It's
main thing. You can
you
hear
know,
me. You can hear him.
you're not
That's
s-
good.
you're not supposed to hear a rogue.
Oh, you know what you should do? You could get me that stealth music, or that sound, and
Yeah, that sound.
I could just like play it. Like I'm like, hang on, Stir's here, and then be like that sound that's like, shoo. It's not like that, but you know what I
Yes.
mean. I
I know
can
what you
hear it.
mean.
Yeah,
In
that's
fact, if I see a flagged horde, I will go out of my way to walk past them so they hear that sound.
nice. Nice. I must admit that's one of the main add-ons that I have for like my main tunes is what is it, spy. So it will counter and it will tell, because a lot of times you're not paying attention and you're focused on what you're doing. So spy actually will pick up, if someone goes into prowl, if someone goes into stealth. So all of a sudden, I might not hear, but it triggers to say, hey, look, there's the opposing faction is around, and I'm
Yeah.
normally not flagged, but at least if I accidentally become flagged, I can
So
do something about it. So, yeah.
so Fur is saying, "Hey, that looks like Fur is the picture and me is the title." So this is going to
Oh,
be the this is going to be the Fur and Stir show. Huh? Get it, Fur and Stir. Uh,
how did I
uh,
get that one? Okay, that is too. I did change it. Hang
yeah.
on, bear with me. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
I'm
Oh,
usually the purple hair.
I know.
We
And I've got you.
we
Where
don't.
are you?
Yeah.
Where's
We
your
don't
there?
look anything alike.
Really? Really?
Her ear
That's
her ears are like 2 inches longer than my
that's
ears.
what you're gonna throw at me. Okay, we've got no Stir. There we go. See, and here I was. I thought I had everything sorted. It's not even. That it might help if Leeta actually does the right
Actually,
thing.
see, now that's the picture of a rogue.
Hang on. Let me get rid of that because now it's deciding not to work as per usual. So thank you. Thank you, little sauce that's not working for me. Okay, so let me add, I'm just going to make this one Stir. We'll call this Stir's picture. So, sorry guys, just bear with me. As per usual, we're going to be running late. Yay!
Right.
Doing things
I
on the
still like,
fly. There we go.
yeah,
Alright.
fur and stir, fur and stir. That's
Just
pretty good.
Furt and Stir?
Fur and stir.
Furt and
Yeah,
Stir. Okay, wait.
fur's picture and my wonderful voice.
I probably was still thinking about a fantastic time that we had the other day. Fair. So, hang on. I just got to make your head a bit bigger, Stir. There we go.
Lower,
There we go.
and then it will attract new viewership.
I was gonna say I'm waiting for Azzy's smartass comment. Has it come yet? About
Nah,
all
he's
right.
slow tonight.
Shots fired. Okay. How's that? There we go.
I'll
Nothing
take
like
it.
doing it live. Excellent. All right. Sorry, guys. Here I was. I thought
My
I was all organized, and as per usual, no, later stuff's up.
I
Anyway,
need to I need to get out and get some sun. I am pale.
you are very pale. Okay, now before we go, we are live, but before we'll start this, I just want to check. Can you guys hear this?
Coffee is my
Oh, that's not a good one. Let me just do that again. Hang on. The
Wow.
audio. That was not good. I don't know how that was for you guys, but that was bad for me.
coffee
It was bad
is
for us
my
too.
blood.
There we go.
No,
Okay,
that was good.
that was good. All right, now I'm just going to. We're not going to start the show, I'm just going to do a quick test on the intro. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear it. So we're going to go to the intro now. All right, we're back. I haven't started the show. Don't stress. It's okay. Just want to make sure. Did you hear it? Yay. Ali says yay. All right. Well, you know what? Then I'd say that we're good. Can hear that Ster's voice is a touch quiet.
Oh, really? How about now?
How's that? I can... Hang on.
Can you hear me? I'm talking and you're not. Ta-da.
Okay, I can hear... I can do that. That might help a little bit. All right. Try again, because I've just put the Discord up a little, so that might help.
Okay. How about now?
Okay.
This is the voice of Colossus.
Okay, let's go. There we go. All right. How's that? We look good. Okay, thank you, Nisi. All right. I think we've got everything. So let's get started. The only person we're missing is our guest, but that's okay. He will be here soon. So
yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. In three. I'm holding up 4 fingers. Oh my God.
I'm confused.
I need more coffee. 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 185. Wow. Alrighty. It is a woe. It's a big woe. Today is Saturday, September 28th, 2019. I am your host, Leeta, causing all kinds of chaos over here as per usual. And joining me this week is the man who, well, I was going to say the man with the plan, but you actually just had a choc chip cookie, so that could kind of be a plan as well, couldn't it? I have Ster. Say hi.
Hello people.
Ster's joining me this week. Thank you for joining me.
I'm glad to.
We're going to have we're doing things a little different this week. So we do have a guest. That guest is on his way. He's had to, I think he was working, got home from work and some family, something like that. So he's coming. So we're going to have a chat to Ulminia when he gets here. But to start off the show, I thought, because it's me and Ster and I, I thought we'd have a little chat to Ster and see how he's been going, because what was it, only a month ago, 5-6 weeks? It's only been in the last, it hasn't been that long ago. You did something that was quite special, and I think that all challenge players would appreciate that. You've taken a toon in this expansion from level 1 to 120 as Iron Man. So yay!
Yes. Yay!
So congratulations. I can
actually Execute led the charge and showed us it could be done. So thank you to Execute. But you know, with all the changes to the patches since 8.0, I just had to do it. So
there was a lot of changes, wasn't there? So
yeah,
you know, and it's probably that sense of it's fantastic that someone's done it. Like, it really is, somebody's done it. But that whole sense of, I don't know if you guys are like this, but for me it's like, yeah, you guys have done it, but damn it, I would like to do it too. So, you know,
Yeah,
getting to that point would be, you know, would be truly awesome.
sure.
So
And
tell
and
us.
even yeah, and even for the pros who built off of their
Mm,
earlier tunes, and so they had to take it from 110 to 120. That's
yeah,
not quite the same as starting at level 1
no,
and getting to 120. It's a little bit different. So,
yeah,
and not taking away from those who have
no.
uh but it's just I want Execute and myself and all those others who are determined. You just want to say, can it be done, or do we need to change the rules? No, it can be done. And
Can be done.
if a rogue can do it, hunters and druids, we know they can do it too. Come
Azzy,
on.
looking at you. That was Stir. That's not me. That's
Uh,
Stir shots fired, Azzy. Just saying. Just
yeah.
saying.
Hunters
Hunters.
can do it. You
So
can do it.
so what was your time played for the rogue?
Um,
And this is
so
your
it took
second rogue?
yes,
This
second.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Because
And
you've got
and
the
the
rogue
first
and the
one was one
druid.
of those,
Rogue and druid?
right, that
Yeah.
kind of yeah. And um so it took 2.5 months. And so I
Yep.
started it towards the end of June and then dinged it in September.
Yep.
And so two and a half months and a lot
Nice.
of playtime.
Yeah.
But then again, I also tend to log in and just sit there idle and watch people watch in Stormwind. So my slash played maybe skewed a little bit, but it was a couple of weeks of playtime too.
Nice. Nice. So what do you think was the let's start with the hardest part from 1 to 120 with this expansion. So was there, like level wise, was there a particular, like 70s to 80s was really challenging, or going to certain zones was more challenging? Like what was the most challenging thing for this time around?
One, just the fact that it's going to take you a couple of months, maybe
Mm,
longer, to get from 1 to 120.
yep.
But I think the hardest part is you finding your rhythm to advancing. And 1 to 20 is the same no matter what. I mean, 1 to 20 is easy peasy for
Yeah.
everybody. Um, when you start hitting in the 20s, maybe the late 20s, starts to change. You'll notice your rhythm is changing. Maybe it takes a little longer to kill, or
Mm,
or the quests just seem to be a lot more tedious. Like, you got to go kill a dozen of these guys and then go kill a dozen of those guys, and you get
mm,
a bubble. And you're like, wait, what? A bubble? That's it?
yeah.
I want more.
I want
So,
more, damn it.
um, but finding your the rhythm of gameplay is, I think, the hard part.
Yeah.
And and when you hit the 50s, so 30s and 40s, they're going by, they're not bad. And
Mm,
actually the 30s and 40s are a lot of fun because you have so much content. I
yep.
mean, especially when you hit 35, that opens up Dust Wallow. It You hit 40 and that opens up like 5 or 6 more zones.
Mm,
And so you have so much content to choose from. So that's not a problem. In fact, I think I said it before, be picky. Pick and choose the
mm-hmm.
quests you want that pay the most and rewarding for you to do. I skip a good example, like so many other guests in the past. I skip STV. I
Mm-hmm.
just STV is just one of those.
It's rough.
Go kill 30 of these animals and 30 more
Mm,
of those, and it's like, no, I'm
yeah.
not going to do it. It's just too tedious, so I skip it. So you can be picky. I'm telling
Mm,
you, people, you can
mm.
be picky. And
Picky
but
choosy.
yeah, but then the 50s. Oh, the 50s. The 50s, I don't know, you'll hit a wall in the 50s.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I followed what you said. I picked and choose. I but I'm now starting to run out of content. And so
Oh.
you go to maybe you go to Swamp of Sorrows and you go to Blasted Lands, and
Yep.
maybe maybe you skip Ungoro because it's just too dangerous. And so you're starting now to go, well, okay, I have gone and picked up all the easy quests, pick up mushrooms off the ground and just go kill 4 of these things, but the 50s, I dread the 50s.
Okay.
Yeah, but just find your rhythm, and if you can make it to 60, if you can make it to 60's the new, I don't know, if you can make it to 60, you are on golden streak.
Yeah.
It's like a breath of fresh air. It's like you go, oh, Outlands, nah, I'm gonna skip Outlands. You can skip Outlands now. Now you can do the easy stuff in Outlands. That's what I think all of us do, is go get you've got flight, so might as well get Discovery XP. That'll get you a couple of levels, and go pick up all those Zeppelin parts in Hellfire because it's not dangerous, and go pick up mushrooms in Zangamarsh, and so go picky, but then go over to North End. North End is so nice. It's like, I don't know, you step into North End and there's somebody waiting for you with a toga and a drink, and it's just here, welcome to North End. Just look around, let us know if we can get you something. I just love North End. It's just
nice.
Easy points.
Nice. Yeah. Okay.
Until
all right.
And then eventually you'll get to Draenor, and Draenor is intimidating because it's like, well, how do I get my garrison? I got to go in that cave, and there's that big old dude that is ugly. Well, not saying that this is the way to do it, but you could just sit there and accidentally tag it when another player swings by and tags it, and takes it out. So that's one approach. But so you're technically, you're not asking for help, but I just happened to trip and my dagger flew out of my hand and hit the thing. But after that,
sometimes it doesn't matter how you get it done. It's just getting it done within the scope of the, what you can do. So
sorry, I didn't have my dagger on. I didn't have the safety on, and it went off. Nice. Yeah, and then the BFA, the Battle for Azeroth area, that one, definitely you want to scout, with a throwaway tune, and find out what's good for you. Now for Rogue, oh my gosh, the dailies and the daily treasure chest are I can get a 1/4 of a level each day just doing a loop of finding treasure chest and the like. And,
nice.
And then if you throw in any, you'll walk into a zone in BFA where there's just a mob of people. They seem to come in packs or horde. They just come in huge packs and they just clear out an area, and you're like, well, I'm here, so I'm just gonna tag and bag myself and keep going. So but isn't it funny looking back from 1 to 120? The 50s is the part I didn't like the most.
Wow.
That's
pretty funny. Like, to me, I would be thinking possibly around about kind of maybe 80s, 90s, 100. I would think you'd be the one going, no, that was starting to get, the slog was real. But yeah, for you to say the 50s was where it really started to get that slog in, it just it's amusing. It's amusing. So interesting.
But like I say, if you can slog through the 50s when you hit 60, it is just a whole nother game. It's just it's actually a lot of fun after that. So
nice.
So get to 60, people, and you're halfway there.
Nice.
Sorry, but hey, putting in a shameless plug for the forums. I did write a leveling guide, and so if you if you go to the WoW Challenges main website and then click on the forums link, you'll get to the forums. And there's a leveling guide that shows you the path that I took.
Yep.
Some of the strategies, like I for rogue, I used to be subtle or sub. I can never pronounce how it's really pronounced. But
yep.
I switched to outlaw. Someone, it might have even been Zaya or Execute that said, "Hey, you ought to try outlaw." And I thought, yeah, but isn't that just pistol shot? Oh no, it's a lot more than that. It's you're not using pistol shot as your main opener. You're just using it, to slow down your prey or to get their attention.
Yeah.
But with outlaw, you have find treasure. And all the dwarves that are out there, you guys don't know how nice find treasure is.
Yeah.
Because with find treasure, either as an outlaw rogue or as a dwarf, like if you've got flight and you're looking at your mini map and so all the spawn points, you see them on your mini map, but then find treasure is lighting them up, and you're like, oh, you just saved me a trip. I don't have to go all the way into the back of the cave to find out if the treasure chest is there.
Nice.
Tells you. So like if you're in Winter Spring, you know how it's got that cave, that burrow, and there's almost always a chest there, but just like I really don't want to go through it if it's not there.
Yeah.
Well, or if it's in a building. Do I really have to go in the building to find out? Well, it just saves so much time. So
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
See,
and by the way,
very interesting to know.
Yeah, that dwarf find treasure is still true in Classic as well. So I'm playing a dwarf rogue in Classic, and they got the find treasure, and so it's like,
what?
Oh,
you're doing a dwarf? I did not realize that you're doing dwarf.
Yes. So
okay.
It's been around forever, I guess, and so it's so funny because the Classic, the chests seem to spawn at different times. Like you're right there, and then suddenly it's right next to you, and you're like, well, it wasn't there a second ago. So they spawn frequently, it seems like, and so I'll just be playing around in Classic, and suddenly the yellow dot is on the mini map.
Nice.
And you're like, oh, I'm going to go over. It's just too bad it doesn't give you XP.
Yeah, no, right.
But at least that's a faster way to get in gold.
I know there is one at the quarry in Delmoro, and I have managed to be there when it spawned twice in a row within, I don't know, maybe 15-20 minutes on the Bloodthirsty. So yeah, but every time I was like, damn it, give me something I can sell or vendor or and it's like, here, have some 2 silver leaf. Like, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Or I've gotten a couple of 10-slot bags out of those chests, so it's like, oh, thank you.
That's nice. I haven't. Yes. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, chat room. I did put the link to Ster's leveling guide into the chat there for you guys if you want to have a look at it. And don't forget, obviously, upon the website where we have the write-up for when Ster's tune did ding max level, which again, thank you, Nisi. Thank you, Nisi. We appreciate that. And the help that you guys give, as always, much greatly Harding appreciated. But everything is there, so you can go and read Ster's words and also check out the forums. And don't forget, guys, look, the forums is a wealth of information. Like as much as we've got Discord and we've got we've got Twitter and we've got all of this. The forums dates back how far, Ster? It's
wow, jeez,
2015.
Yeah,
when it started,
way before that,
even before that.
Early.
So there's a lot of information, and as always, a lot of people might just go to the forums and not go to the other ways of asking and telling. So if unsure, always a good idea to check out the forums. So yeah. So what do you think was the best point with getting to 120 for you? Like, not the easiest, but was it the actual, do you think it's the actual ding of relief, sigh of relief that you finally made it? Or was there something that happened in the leveling process that you kind of like, oh, this is a sweet moment? You know what I mean?
It's funny you say that, because when you hit 120, you kind of expect, I want the skies to open. I want angels to sing. I want trumpets to blare. I want doves to be released, and nothing. It just says ding, you're 120, and your little XP bar goes away, and you're like, really? Is that it? So that's why I wait until, like, Fur, or Assy, or
Someone's
Ash, or,
online,
or five. Someone is online, so I can go. Hoo-hoo, I can do it. You can do it. Because that's the satisfaction, because there's no trumpets blaring anywhere. That's the problem.
Yes, that's true. And you must admit that obviously when you get that satisfactory ding of some momentous moment, like your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, those when you hit 100 and the big dings come up, it's nice, those achievements come up to say that you've got, so everyone knows, hey, you've just hit, as opposed to, when you ding level 12 and no one knows you've dinged level 12 unless you say in guild chat, ding, I'm level 12. So it's nice to have the bigger stuff to be able to do. I
logged in my toon the other day before the new patch that just came out, to make sure that she wasn't wearing anything funny that might get turned from white to green. And it's so funny, because you're looking at the screen of your 120, and all the quests that you were working on are still up on the screen. It's like when you hit 120, you immediately hearth, you then log out and you update the web page so that, ta-da, I did it.
Yep.
And it's like you drop all your meals, and it's a snapshot in time. It's like, oh, I logged in. I'm like, well, damn, there's no reason to do that quest anymore. Delete. And you just start deleting quests that you have no interest in doing. But that's the state that you were in when you finally ding. So it's like, I am going to get to safety, and I'm going to log so that it's recorded. Yeah.
Well, I suppose that's the big thing, because you don't want to you're not playing a normal toon. Like, you've completed your goal. Your goal is to get to 120 without breaking any rules. And of course, the biggest rule is don't die. That's rule number one is don't die. So
that's right. And
you don't want to be going, well, I'll just go finish. I've just got 2 little things I need to stab, because, then...
And then die without logging, yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Ouch.
There's only one person I can think of that might happen to, so, Starts with an A. Buddy.
No. Scrub. And you're talking about Scrub. What?
Scrub. So if my guide is too long, didn't read, I can sum it up for you. Don't die. That's it.
That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. As he says, I used Ster's guide and didn't get to 120, and I love Nisi's comment is, there is something in the fine print. I believe that your experiences following the guide may vary.
Yeah. Batteries not included.
Batteries not included. Exactly. Oh, well, that again, it is an amazing achievement, because what have we had? You were the 10th?
Yeah.
10th? This expansion, so
yeah.
It's
or
select
number 3, I think, on.
Yeah, it is a select few that, and obviously you can't compare apples to oranges, but when we look at what Legion was and how the game was for Legion is so much different for us with BFA. So, it's
True.
comparing
True.
apples and oranges, but the fact is that we've got, 10. That's,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a
Right.
feat. That is an amazing
It
feat.
is. Of course, Catster got their number 2, right? Right. I was in a race with Lyson. It was. Uh, if I hadn't killed those first 3, 114,
Well,
113, 113. Yeah.
I know, right?
Oh
But
well.
you look at Lassens, and it's like, when you look at that tune that he's taken, and again, it's a Night Elf priest, guys. Like, he plays the priest, which is amazing. He's taken that tune to 85, 90, 100, 110, and 120. He's been an Iron Champion for all those expansions on
Yeah, and the
that
first
the
Iron
first
Champion.
every
Yeah.
single
So
expansion. He is
he
an
he
absolute
deserved it.
machine. Yeah. So,
Yes, he deserved it. So.
it's
But next expansion, you're on notice.
you're
I'm
like,
going to race you.
"Mm,
I'm just telling you now. So
it's on.
I've
It's
got
on.
2 tunes up there. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, we're still waiting for Ulminia to turn up. So tell me about your week then. Let's do our weeks, because otherwise this is going to end up being a 3-hour show. And
Okay.
we,
Yeah.
as much as
Well,
we would love to sit here and talk to you for 3 hours, it's not going to do my back any good. And yeah, and
yeah.
floor tanking car parks has taken a bit of a toll on the body this week. So
That's
yeah,
there's got to be a story behind that too, but
there
we'll
is.
make that
I'll tell you in a
another
minute.
show if you want.
You
Yeah.
you tell me
So,
about your week. Well, how's it been? What have you
okay.
been up to?
Well, like most of the listeners, classic. One word sums it up. It's classic. In fact, uh, in fact, some people complain they haven't seen me on Wormrest Accord. Well, because I was over on Bloodsail Buccaneers doing classic. So I've been working on it, and I've learned some things, and probably the same exact things that everybody else has learned too. And that is, so I started a Night Elf Rogue in classic
Yes.
because, well, I like Night Elves because of Shadow Meld, and I like Rogue, so natural fit. So I start one, got it up to I think around 18,
Mm-hmm.
and well, actually the first one died at level 8. I went into that Benethil cave in Teldrassil.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
Yep.
and the huge mobs of people, and I'm thinking, oh, this is easy. And suddenly, like 5 of the mobs spawn right on top of you,
Mm.
and you're like, "Hi guys, I'm going to run," and dead. So, okay, let's start another one. So, you 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 start playing, and you're still playing like you're playing retail. It's like, well, this is what I know. So Night Elf, Rogue, Shadow Meld. And by the way, when I put Shadow Meld and Vanish on my action bars, I put it in like 5 or 6 places because when I panic, I want to hit it and smack it and get
Yeah.
out of trouble. Well, the first thing you learn is Shadow Meld doesn't work in Classic when you're in combat, and you're
Mm-hmm.
like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. Then what? Then what the damn good is, is Shadow Meld for a rogue if I can't use it when I'm in trouble?
Yeah.
So, so that was the first lesson. You're like, well, okay. And then the second lesson was, if you start out in Teldrassil, you're kind of stuck there.
Mm.
Now later you find out you can swim if you can. It's a 35-minute swim, and you can swim to Westfall. So you take you
Sweet.
take the boat to Menethil Harbor, and then from there to swim the
Mm-hmm.
coastline to. But before you knew that,
Yep.
you're sitting there and you're like, well, now I've got to go to Darkshore, and Darkshore sucks. I mean,
Yep.
it is not a friendly zone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so the second lesson you learn is, okay, maybe I don't want to be a night elf. And so after this
Wow.
one died,
Yep.
yeah. So after I died at 18ish, I rolled a human rogue,
Uh-huh.
and the guild chat was like, "Well, you got to roll a human because you get the sword specialization, the racial ability of better stats and stuff if you're using swords." And so I
Oh.
did that, and it is a better step. So I would implore, if unless you really like night elves, the
Mm.
the human starting area is a little bit better.
Okay.
And you can bounce around from Goldshire and
Mm.
Dun Monroe and stuff like that. So when he died,
Yep.
another mob, I rolled a dwarf rogue,
Nice.
and let me tell you, that is the way to go, at least
Mm-hmm.
for rogue. Now I know other people still like to do shadow meld, because after a fight they can pop that, be hidden, wait for cooldowns, wait for health to come
Mm-hmm.
back up. So I understand picking night elf for shadow meld, but for a rogue it's redundant because you've already got vanish,
Yep.
and so you don't need two of them,
Mm-hmm.
and especially since they don't work in combat. And
Yep.
so, but the dwarf gets stone form,
Uh-huh.
and you get evasion, pretty early. And
Okay.
so you have two shields essentially. So if
Uh-huh.
you're taking on a fight and it's not going good,
Yep.
pop those, and you're going to live through it. And it's got a 5-minute cooldown, but hey, those shields will help you survive a bad pull or a bad, or pop them and run. And
Show
yes,
title.
you're getting, yeah, pop them and run, because you're getting hit in the back, but
Yeah.
it's not as bad. And so right now, if any of you guys are rolling a rogue, do it as a dwarf.
Okay.
You'll thank me later. Yeah. So that's it. And I'm doing a druid.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm chasing a regular druid, and
Yep.
she's up to 46, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. All right. What
So
about you?
me, I started out, I had a really, so long story short, I basically floor tanked the car park on Tuesday afternoon, coming back from work, and did some damage, but thankfully didn't break anything, so that was good. So I was in a lot of pain, to the degree that I was taking like really heavy duty painkillers, which is normally not something that I do. So I was pretty much like null and void for about 3.5 days. And so I didn't, even when I logged on, I was like, I'm not even looking at a challenge tune, because that challenge tune's going to be, it'll be like dead, dead, dead. And I was like, yeah, let's just not go there. So
So you were wearing Syntha Brew goggles in real life.
yeah, pretty much. But even like it was more that they'd knock you out, so because of the pain and stuff. So yeah, so that was all kinds of fun, but feeling much better. So I buckled down yesterday and last night, and I managed to get some stuff done, so I'm really happy. So my most fun thing, I did get some classic done. So my little bloodthirsty human warlock, I managed to ding 11. So it's such a slow process, because of course you're not hunting rares, which is the big thing. So it's just like finding the perfect spot to grind through your mobs is really difficult. I still haven't kind of found the right balance, but I'm over in Loch Modan. And the good thing is I went charging over to the lake and nearly fell off, because I forgot the lake is now the lake.
Yeah,
It's
there's
full. I was like, I'll go kill some, I'll go kill some crocodilus and I've gone charging and I'm like, whoa, and I must have done, like that, woo, stop, and it was like, oh, that's right. We're back in, original. We have got the lake it's here. So,
So, just pro tip: don't buy any waterfront property in Loch Modan.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And probably not take up being, buying the fishing hut, because probably not necessarily the best thing to do. So, but yeah, it's just been an interesting grind, completely different to current Bloodthirsty. So still getting there. It's just finding the spot that I've got to do. But of course, in retail, I get on the Bloodthirsties and geez, I love rare chasing. I do love my go hunting for my rares. So I did manage to get some bloods done this week. So my human warlock hit 28. My Kultiran hunter hit 29. My Dark Iron Dwarf Warlock hit 34. My Night Elf Priest hit 46. And my Lightforged Draenei Hunter hit 56. And I must admit, I think the worst chasing was the Draenei Hunter. Because I did my usual Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands, and there was not many rares up. And then I had to go down to Blasted Lands and Swamp of Sorrows, where there was not one single rare in either of those zones. I've never seen that, because at least somewhere there's always been, a couple, maybe a handful, but not one. Not one was up.
No.
So, yeah.
How do you switch mentally switching from one class to another, like going from warlock to hunter to priest to warlock, and your action bars are all going to be slightly different? I mean, yeah, you could put interrupt on key 2 is always your interrupt, but
yeah,
man, it's just jumping back and forth between the rogue and the druid.
Yeah,
I find it's like, oh yeah, I've got to pop heal, because the rogue doesn't have heal. It's like, oh, but druid sure does. And so,
yes.
In fact, you can taunt your NPCs with the druid or priest by just sitting there and healing and letting them just curse at you. Like,
it's definitely an interesting. I think it's because I've played warlock and hunter so much. Like, warlocks, of course, you give me a warlock and hands down I can, one hand tied behind my back with a blindfold. I know my warlock, very, very well. Geez, I've been playing one for 16 years. You think I should. Hunter was my third ever tune that I made, so I've been playing a hunter for probably about 15 years. Priest, Priest was my second tune I ever made, so you would think I would be better at a priest, but still, priest, healy stuff is not my forte, but I'm quite enjoying disc most of the time. Was a little rough last night, but yeah, I have every warlock has keybar bindings exactly the same. Every hunter has exactly the same, so it doesn't matter how many warlocks I switch to. Chaos Spot's going to be in the same spot. Drain Life's in the same spot. Conflag, all of that. And it's those same spells that are kind of keybind similar for the hunter or similar for the priest. So it's going to be all that stuff that I want to hit very easily, that's going to stay within the the main keybind. So yeah, it's you get used to it. It's when I hop on a rogue or a chamois or a pally that I start to go, because I don't play them a lot. So I kind of struggle more with those. But you know what? I'm going to just quickly say hi, Ulminia. How are you? He should be here.
I am here.
There
you muted.
No worries. No,
Yay.
we did see that you came in. So just hey, chat room, Ulminia's here. So yay. Give me 2 secs. I'm just gonna tell everyone the last thing that I did this week was the fact that my pacifist hit 92.
Nice.
Yeah. I still can't believe that my highest ever challenge tune is a pacifist tune. Amazing. I did. It's hilarious. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. She's going good. I've managed to use Brewfest and did some dailies, and as always, big thank you to Fair for throwing me some information, and Zaya and Five. As always, guys, thank you for that. And Chris has been a big sounding board too, so thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate that. So that's basically been my week. But now that we have got our wonderful guest here, how are you? Have you relaxed? Yes. Have you got a drink, Ulminia? You right?
Yes, I have my coffee.
Nice. Excellent. Nice. Cheers, buddy. I got mine too. So tell us, because it's been a little while since we've had a chat. So I thought it'd be nice to, because you're now the man, you're the Pebble, as affectionately known in the Discord, channel, taking over from Stone. So how are you, and what have you been up to since we last spoke to you?
Well, since we last spoke, I've, of course, got into playing World of Warcraft Classic.
Mm-hmm.
I started leveling my hunter again. And I'm not using any add-ons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm level 20.
Nice.
And I've only got about 14 hours in. So,
wow.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Of course, I've got my main characters on live that I play regularly. I'm working on the new B mount right now, and I finished the war campaign. I've got 5 challenge tunes that I don't think I've touched in like a month,
mm-hmm.
that I probably should get back to at some point.
Yeah, rested's always good. Rested helps. It can help. So
it does help a lot.
So with Classic, are you just leveling your Classic tune as a normal Classic tune, or have you delved into trying to do it like an Iron?
Well, I do have a character that I started to level as an Iron,
mm-hmm.
and she's level 10.
Okay.
But I haven't progressed much farther than that yet, because I reached the point where there are 4 quests I have to complete in order to get the quests to continue on into Darnassus, and they require a lot of strategy or I'm going to die.
Okay.
Yeah. Trying to get past that is difficult, especially those cave quests. Go kill the...
And those are...
Yeah. They're rough.
Yeah, those are the 7 that I'm on.
Okay.
Especially the druid one where you have to all the furballs running around there, or furbogs, sort.
Yeah, and they respawn rate is horrible. I mean, they're real quick, and they will gang up on you, and boom, dead.
Okay, good to know.
It's definitely something that I've debated about skipping, but to progress the storyline to get into Astenanar and stuff like that, I have to go through it.
Yep. Gotcha. And that can be a little bit frustrating. Is it something though you might be able to come back to in possibly, like maybe 5 levels or something like that?
It's possible. I could move to. I could go down and catch the boat and go to the Eastern Kingdoms and into Menethil Harbor and run into the dwarf starting area and do some low-level quests there and level up.
Yep.
And then go back and finish it and continue on. It's always an option, but that run through the wetlands is always tricky when you're below level 20.
Yeah. No, you need to swim.
Swim.
Do the swim. You follow the coastline.
Yes.
I've done that a few times.
It's the best way. What did you say? It was about 35-minute swim, Ster?
Yeah, it's a 35-minute swim from Menethil Harbor to Westfall.
But it's relatively safe, yeah? You've just there's
it's
no
very safe.
There's no there's no red mobs, no nothing. It's just a matter of
until you come ashore.
Yeah.
So like if you come ashore in Westfall, well then you'll have the Murlocs there. And they're level 11, I think, or 12.
Okay.
But there's usually such a crowd always farming them that you can just run past them and get by them. So
okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's always an option, but I like to head for Ironforge usually once I head to Menethil Harbor. So that run always precarious.
Well, but if you do the Westfall one, then you can from there you can get to Goldshire and then to Stormwind, and now you got the tram over to Ironforge. Yeah, take the tram.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's always an option too.
Plus discovery.
It's actually not a bad one from the perspective of now you're cherry picking in the green mobs and green quests, and so yes, it's a lot of running around, but then bounce back and forth between actually the 3 starting zones: Ironforge, Goldshire, and Night Elf. And now it's less, it's not as bad that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I may have to look into that tonight.
Yeah. I'll walk you through it if you want. Just let me know where you're at, and we'll guide you through it.
Alrighty.
Cool. All right. So then you said with your challenge tunes, what's your goal for your challenge tunes for the rest of the year? Have you got anything specific that you would like to achieve?
I've got a Bloodthirsty who's around level 15, and I'd like to at least get her to 50 before the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's a pretty decent goal. I'm still working my way through. I can't even remember the name of the place right now. I'm so tired from the day. You come out of Red Ridge and you go down into where that big abomination walks down the road and stuff.
Duskwood.
Duskwood. That's it.
Yeah.
Duskwood.
Stitches. Yeah. He now roams. He's a pat.
Yeah.
Good old classic. Hey, Stitches is back. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, I think that's obtainable, like for the Bloodthirsty to 50. Absolutely. Anything else that you want to do, or just mostly focus on Bloodthirsty?
I've got an iron that I slowly work on too, but between work and everything else, I don't have a lot of WoW time anymore. I'm basically get on, do dailies, and then I have about an hour before I got to go to bed that I can kill doing something. So
yeah, busy is busy. Absolutely. Well, hopefully you'll get some playtime, and like Ster said, he can help with the swim-a-thon. Maybe that could be it. Swim-a-thon from Menethil down if you need some help with that, which is fantastic. So
sure,
we were going to also, one of the reasons that we have got you on, because not only are you our coding god, which is doing all the coding and everything for the website, which we greatly appreciate. So again, thank you. There's something else which I think most people do realize is coming, but we have got a new website that you are working on. So, how's the new website going? And I don't want to give don't give away any of like the big spoilers, but we just want to know, how's it coming along, and is there anything that you can share with us about what is coming?
Okay, well, the redesign is moving along. A lot of pages have to be on the old site, need to be redone for the new site. And they are slowly happening. A lot of adjustments need to be made to things to make it look proper. Page styles need to be completed. Pretty much I've settled on a way the pages are going to look at all times, given after you have the menu, how it's laid out.
Yep.
It's just a matter of applying that to all the paging types. A lot of the challenge pages are finished, and the lists are showing. The big addition, which is going to be a quality of life improvement for everyone, is when you go to add a toon, if there's not an add a character for each challenge, it's one page for all the challenges.
Oh,
so when you add your toon, you type in your toon's name. You select your region, your localization, so whatever language you prefer. Will automatically default to English because everyone else speaks English, so you can choose whatever you want, but we're going to default to English for a lot of things because that's where most of our people are. And then your server will be dependent on your region, and it will automatically give you a drop down. You no longer have to type your server name in anymore, and we won't have server name issues adding characters.
Yes. That's exciting. That is very exciting. Okay, so and then you can also put and be like, well, this wants to be added for a bloodthirsty or a pacifist or whichever. So
exactly, there'll be a button at the bottom for each challenge. There'll be an Iron Man, a Green Man, a Tin Man, a Working Man, a Bloodthirsty, a Team Iron, or a team toon. Teams are added separately still. They're completely separate from the original challenges. So we're going to have the original challenges, and then we're going to have the team challenges completely separated. It just worked easier that way. And basically once you select the challenge or you add it for a contest, because there's going to be an option for when a contest is live to add to the current contest. Which will automatically put you into the proper iron, green, tin, whatever the challenge is based on. And then you'll have to meet the restrictions. And when you add the new toon to the challenge, it will automatically check and make sure if the toon qualifies. So it'll match for race, class, whatever, based on the rules of the challenge. So they'll automatically know that, no, you can't use this toon because it doesn't meet the challenge requirements because of the fancy stuff in the back end that I showed you guys a while ago that nobody else gets to see.
Nice.
Quality of life changes for Leeta.
Thank you.
Well, and that's actually part of the story. For those listening, you're probably going, now tell me again, why are you changing the website? And part of it has been, the current website is actually a work of art in all the coding and the special processes and jobs and things that keep it, the care and feeding of the website. And one of the things we want to do moving forward is to get our mods involved so they can keep a lot of the content current. So like, the list of guilds or the list of frequently asked questions, before that might have been a coding change, which you hate to have to change code to update a new guild, something like that. So part of it is just to to make it easier to maintain. And so that's one of our drivers on the updated website.
Pretty much. And you know what? And I mean, the blessing is that we still have Stone with us, which is fantastic. And even though he's handed everything over to Ster and myself as to the running of, the WoW challenges and for what we do, he's still here at the moment, which is good, but there will possibly be a time when he's not. And so we have to have all of these things in place, because if he's not here, I can't bug him 50 million times a day to ask him questions, and to get him to, spend 2 hours trying to fix my audio and all of those kinds of things. So at least the website, what Ulminia is doing is making it into a much user-friendly for those of us that don't code or know any of that stuff, that we can get stuff on the website and have, the blog posts and all of that kind of thing. So, and it's a massive job, Ulminia, and we massively thank you for everything that you do. And I noticed there was a little sneak peek over there in the Iron Elite channel when I woke up this morning, which looks fantastic, I will admit. And obviously those of the Iron Elite get a sneak preview to what's going on and get to, share some of their thoughts. So if you're interested, definitely come join and be an Iron Elite. Is a good way to see. Yeah, you can do it. Do it as as little as what is it, like $1 a month, I think, if you'd like to. Just throwing it out there. So Ulminia is doing a fantastic job. So we are super excited, and can't wait.
But we do have one pressing question I think is on everybody's mind. No. Yes.
No, there is no API yet.
Okay, that's the question. The and it's not 42. So what have you heard, or what do you know or not know? Because for those of you listening in, the API is our hook into Blizzard's database, so that we can pull out your tune and the stats and
run the challenges
and all your activity. So no API, there's no way of tracking your tune. So we need that. So what do you know, Ulminia?
That is a loaded question. I do have to state that I am under an NDA from Blizzard Entertainment with what I know.
There we go. So, yeah.
So
if it happens, it happens.
As a forum MVP, I'm privy to new information. They've given some, told us a little, but said don't say anything until they make an announcement.
Okay. So,
so
that's okay.
Coming. It's just a matter of once they figure out the logistics of what they're going to make available.
There we go.
Right.
And then,
by the way, that was under one of the original frequently asked questions from Blizzard. And they said, well, if you guys remember when it first came out, 1 to 60, there was no armory. There was no API. And that was part of the experience. You could not actually look up another tune because, people who wanted to group together wanted to ask, or wanted to inspect people's tunes before they invited them into a group. And so that was part of it. And so they're saying, all right, but then the armory, which is also the API in a way, came later. And so okay. So what you just said makes sense, know. And Blizzard did say that Classic was going to be in phases, and you guys probably have stumbled across the articles where, like a future phase is going to have Dark Moon Fair. You go, oh, okay. So holidays are coming. And things like
Dire
that.
Maul is the next phase.
Oh, okay, Dire Maul.
There we go. So I mean, there's a lot. We just, it's one of those things. Obviously, Leeta is not a very patient person, as just about all of you are aware, especially Ulminia. So, if it's coming, it will be here, and then we deal with it when it's coming. But if you're gonna try classic and do it as an iron or a bloodthirsty or whatever, like, you can use it as, give it a go, use it as a trial run and see. If things do happen to change when stuff becomes available, well, so be it. We can only go with what information that we've got. So, but thank you for that little tidbit there. We do appreciate that, and I know that you've been super busy, but we do want to know. We just got one more question before we will go on to the state of the challenges and the news and all of that. Ster, do you want to do,
Yes.
because this is a very important question too, other than the other one. This is an important one.
And we ask this of all guests, and that is, from your perspective, what advice do you give everyone if they're going to do a challenge, to either in classic or retail? What are your tips and tricks?
Keep your health above 0 while reducing your enemies to 0.
Oh, okay.
Classic loading screen.
That is, I love that one. Every time I see it, I have a little chuckle to myself. I'm like, yeah, Blizzard's funny. Funny guys, yes.
No, the only advice I can give anyone is, if you have any doubts whatsoever, move on.
Yeah.
Hit the abort key.
Yeah. If you look at a pack of mobs and say, well, I think I can, if you think, you're probably not going to make it.
That is exactly right. Exactly right. Surely there is a show title in that. It might be too long, but someone might be able to get the right wording for me in what Ulminia just said. So,
when in doubt, skip out.
That's a good one. That's a good one. When in doubt, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, and you run into it all the time. The one you hit all the time is when you see a chest, but it's guarded by 3 different NPCs, and you're like, well, I could make a dash for it. Oh, that's the other thing in classic. You can't loot a treasure chest if you're in combat.
Nope.
And you're like, it's like, well, that's even if other people around it are in combat and you're not, you try to go, it puts you into combat, and you're like, oh man, I was going to ninja.
Damn it!
I'm a rogue.
Okay,
we rogues ninja treasure chests. Come on.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Now, anything you want to add, Omni, to your week in WoW at all? Otherwise, I'll go on to the news.
No, nothing else.
Excellent. All right. Okay. Let's do. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. I will say though, if you need to go early, if you want, because I know you've had a massive day today. If you need to go, it's completely like go. Don't feel like you have to stay and for the rest of the show. Okay. Just throwing it out there for you, because I know you need some sleep too, because we do appreciate everything that you do.
So I drop. You meant him. You meant him. Okay.
Talking, yeah, you've got to stay, sir. I was going to say, and then it'll be like Leeta's here by herself, surrounded. I'll be like, okay.
I think I got about another half hour in me before I got to go to bed. I got to be up in 8 hours to go to my other job. So.
All right.
Yeah. And we got to at least make him read Assie's pun.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right. Let's find, where's my news bumper? Okay. All right. Let's do it. Hopefully this is going to work.
Breaking down news from the world of Warcraft.
I know.
All right.
I heard it, so hopefully chat room.
I heard it.
Hopefully chat room did too. So yes.
So the biggest thing, thing going on right now is Brewfest.
Yes.
And by the way, of all the holidays, if your tune needs a bump by a couple of levels, Brewfest will give it to you. All you got to do is go over, do the initial quests, and then you get at least 2 dailies that you can do for 2 weeks. And and they pay about 3 bubbles doing those 2 dailies, so it is well worth it. So
Brewfest is good.
Brewfest,
obviously, not for bloodthirsties. No bloodthirsties. No. But very good for everyone else. Even for passies, has been good, except in the invasions. So Nisi did a blog post over on the website, so please go and check that out. If I should, hang on, I've got Brewfest 2019. There it is. Love the picture, I will say. Here we go. Let me put this into the chat room. So, guys, don't forget, lots of information. Go and check that out. Yeah. So
you should, because
still got another week.
Brewfest has changed. You know, there's not the normal. There are invasions, but it's way different. I have not run into an invasion yet.
Really?
But yeah,
I've done all 3.
I do the 2 and
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but you know, if you're on a challenge tune, be very careful if the dark irons come out, because they're red, whereas the other 2 are yellow. So you just got to click on them to make them, you know, shoo them away. So 2 are quite what would you call it? 2 are quite gentle, and the other one, yeah, they come out, they're red. Run, run away.
If you see red, you'll be dead. So
every half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. All right. So yep. On that. Now the patch was just this week, just gone. So we had a couple of comments from Tiber and from Layla that I wanted to mention. So Tiber says, "Hey challengers, heads up. Dunmorrow is not capped at level 20." Anymore, and scales all the way to 60. My level 49 just got roughed up by mobs I could ride past yesterday. A quick map check shows this change for all the starter zones. Then Layla also tweeted to us saying, I was out in Durotar turning in some things for Brewfest today, and I was shocked to see level 50 scorpions and raptors. The starting zones are now scaled 1 to 60. They were previously only 1 to 20. Yes. So apparently I don't know if it's like a bug or has to do with the party syncing, scaling.
It's part of the party sync scaling.
It is. Thank you. Yeah. I had heard that was possibly what it is. Just be really careful, guys. So don't go charging thinking, you know, you're going to have level 10 mobs when they're gonna scale up to you. If you're riding through as a level 40, they're gonna be your level up until 60, basically. So be very careful. All right.
What does that do for pacifists?
For a passy, well, if you're rogue, it's not going to matter, because you go, if you're an alliance rogue, you go over to New Tinkertown. That's where you go. So I don't know if there's been any change on herbs and mining and all of that. I must admit I've not looked, because my girls are way past that, and I didn't jump on the baby passy this week because I wanted to get the big girl a level. So Fair says don't think so. They seem the same. So yeah, it's obviously just pick a spot, be careful, but again, something to be aware of, because if you're not aware, then you're gonna end up dead. So just take precautions, be very careful, all of that kind of thing. All right. Fair says you don't get a free pass on mobs by the copper nodes in Elwyn. You'll need CC. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Tiber says, those Helms Lake fishing quests are a lot more dangerous for pacifists now. Mm-hmm. Definitely. All right, let's get on to state of the challenges. So, Ulminia, have you got yours open? Can you do the irons for me? Open. Thank you. Can you do irons, please?
Sure. At number 10, we have Shantai at 36. At 9, we have Noting.
No dying.
No dying. Sorry, at level 40.
Noting is a minor.
Yeah. At 8, we have Iron Grim at 46.
Ice Grim.
At 7, we have Furiaki, something, at 54.
Fair.
At 6, we have Garosh at 56. At 5, we have Payro Word at 63. At 4, we have... okay, that must be...
Zaya
Shaboka?
Shobak.
Shabak.
Yep.
At 65. We have Soulfu at 73.
Nice.
Krathia at 77.
Mm-hmm.
And Freelick at 95.
Nice.
By the way, as you hang with this group, you'll recognize a lot of the nicknames, like Fur is or Fair is in a number of those, and Zaya and Soul Food. You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
But now it's my turn to butcher a bunch of names from the Bloods.
Go for it.
Nisi. Yeah, Nisi. Thank you for making your name so easy. At number 10, she hit 40. Very good. 5, who's got a tune named 5 Chesty at 42.
Mm-hmm.
Lock Zorts. Hey, Zorts, 45. How in the hell did you get in the 40s?
Just wait. Just wait.
Okay. Blood Trap 2, 45. At number 6, our very own Blood Leeta is at level 46. Okay. At number 5, Renewed Soul at 48. Hey, Nisi, you've got most of these, I think.
She's got a few.
Yeah. At number 4, Blood Leeta, 56. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the ladies are pretty much dominating the Bloods. Okay. Mm-hmm. Soul Fist at number 3 at
Nisi.
level 70.
Go Nisi.
Yes, go Nisi. Zaya at level 72. Mm-hmm. And Blood Zorts at 76.
Nice.
At the number 1 spot. Zorts. Okay, let me repeat that again. How the hell did you get up to 76? Jeez.
As
without
Nisi
jumping
says,
off a Zeppelin or
she's his WoW Challenges life coach. So there you go, right there.
Wow.
So look at that.
Good job.
Well done. Yeah, go yes. Bloods. Awesome.
And no deaths in either the Irons or the Bloods. That's pretty cool.
Go Bloods. Nice. All right. Let's do passies. Who have we got, Ulminia?
We've got Raches. Sounds right. Yeah, 42. But he's yellow flagged. He's got 1 kill in the killing blow.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got 5 Chesty at 42.
Mm-hmm.
At number 8, we got Munchkin, but they died at 43.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Ash Passy at 47. Mm-hmm. Tiber at 50. And thank you for the English translation. We have Hazelnut at 63.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got 5 Piggly Lady at 80. Mm-hmm. Then we've got a Passy 12 at 85.
Mm-hmm.
And a Pacifist at 91.
Chris!
And Passy Leeta at 92.
Wow. What an interesting bunch.
Take a bow.
Thank you. And yeah, look at us. Chris and I kicking butt. And yeah, translations are always in there because that was always the one thing Stone would hide from me. And he would leave it, and I'd put the translation in, and he would delete it. God, he's such a little shit sometimes. And I'd be reading through, and I'd be like, where's my translation? So yeah, that was always the thing. So I'm like, no, have to have the translation in there because there's nothing worse.
I'd have just gone to Google and punched it in and got the phonetic sounding and said it.
I try and have everything prepared. You know what I'm like. Come on, as if I'm not. I hate being not organized. People do, there's a couple of things you people do realize. This is why the show notes are color-coded and done. All right, Tins. Who have we got?
Tins.
Yes.
Okay, we've got at number 9, Iron Gamana at level 16. At number 8, level 22, My Unkem. Number 7 at level 25 is Tai Pally Iron. At level 31, we got Cray Astus. At level 31, we have Iron Blessing. Mm-hmm. We have another, it looks like a Russian kind of name, Agroder, as at level 34, but also Yellow Flag due to some professions. Mm-hmm. At number 3 spot, at level 38 is Kassite. Hunter Punk made it to 76.
Awesome name.
Like that.
Nice.
That is an awesome name.
Yeah.
And Fariskay is at the number 1 slot at 98.
Nice.
And again, no deaths. Yeah.
Well, many deaths, but we don't count those because they are included.
Well, yeah. We
don't read out the deaths. It's quite interesting actually when you see when we get the report and you can see, so because tins obviously allow for deaths, and yeah, it's kind of cool to see like just all the little statty stuff. All right, let's have a look at Green Man. Ulminia, who have we got?
We've at 10 we've got Avarice at 32. Then Skywind at 41.
Mm-hmm.
And Azzy at 41. Nice. I'll have to write that down and go in and flag him by mistake.
Oh, man. Table flip.
We've got Pug at 44. Then we've got Zaya Gaben at 46. Then we've got Furry Aliesa at 57.
Yeah, I think.
Reliesa.
Yep.
Then we've got Half-a-More at 71. Then we've got Zayagina dead at 74.
Yes, poor Zaya.
Ooh.
Yep.
Sorry.
Then we've got Jen Green at 88.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Forever Day at 104.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Nice. I think Zaya had his green died when you logged on last night, Ster?
Yeah.
Or was that before? Was that when you logged on it happened, or was it before you got on?
Yeah,
might have been
before I got on.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sorry.
Poor Zaya.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, Zaya. All right. Working Man. What do we got, Sir?
All right. So we got 5 this week. At the number 5 spot, Work.
That's Chris.
Can you believe that?
That's Chris.
That's just
Chris
Work.
gets the best names. Seriously, I don't know how she does it. It's amazing.
Work. It's like, what a name. At level 11.
Yep.
Hurricane at 18.
Love that name.
Lucy Works at 24. Lucy, by the way, is fun to watch because she gets on and she will, and if she dies, it's like, oh, damn. Okay,
go
be
again.
right back.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, no, you're supposed to yell and bring up some rough words and stuff. But she's got the right attitude. She's persistent.
Mm-hmm.
At number 2 is Crythene
Mm-hmm.
at 42.
Sure.
And Fur again, for Stella at 54. It's like, Fur, haven't you
Machine.
exceeded your 50 character count or something with the I mean, you and Nisi have more tunes than anybody I know.
She's
But
honestly, they're like, these people are amazing. Like, you know, the veterans, and they just keep
yeah,
going, and the tunes they've got, you know, playing all different types of challenges, guys. You know, again, thank you. We thank you. Ster and I thank you, because, you know, look at the amount of fun that you're giving us just by reading your names. But, you know, you guys are out there having fun doing these challenges. So thank you.
yeah,
We
and
appreciate
sharing their, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Fur and
Highs,
Five and Brittle,
lows. Yep.
Brittle. You know, I'll get in there and I'll make some derogatory comment about Rogue and an ability, and Brittle will correct me and go, well, you know, the stat is really this, and you're like, okay,
Thanks,
all
Brittle.
right, thank you.
Thanks,
Yeah,
dude.
thanks, Brittle.
Nice. All right, let's have a look at our teams for this week. So, Iron Teams, we had one this week, which is Team Scon, hit level 27, which I'm pretty sure is Nobby and his wife Rage. So, congratulations. Blood Teams this week, and again, hey, super excited because, you know, 5 and Taco. So we've got number 2 is Injure Face, hit 37, and 5 Finger Death Taco. They hit 75 this week. Well done on the blood teams. That is a lot of killing, guys. So well done. No green teams this week. So thank you to everyone who has done leveling. Obviously, commiserations on those we have lost, and thank you, and good luck with the coming week. Okay, because I know the bumpers are, we're going to do this. I'm so excited. First off, we're going to do the chit chat bumper. So here we go. Ready?
Hey yo, it's chit chat.
Oh, love that. Thanks, Zorts. We'll forever love that. That is just awesome. Okay, so Chit Chat is where you can send in your puns, your tricks, your questions, all of those kinds of things, so we can, you know, answer or have a laugh or have a sigh or roll our eyes to Aziz. Anyway, now, before, as we always like to start this section off, and you know what, I've got something very special this week, because I've been asking him for a little while, and you know what, the man did deliver. So here we go. Let me play this.
It's Azzy's pun.
Okay.
Thank you, Azzy. I love it. I had to shorten it down just a tad, but thank you very much. Ulminia, it's up to you. I'm leaving this one to you. So go for it. Azzy's pun, please.
All right. I heard that Tolkien typed the manuscript to Lord of the Rings with 2 fingers. I bet it was Bloody Mordor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Silver.
Yeah.
Silver.
Yeah. It's just hang on. Where's my I've got a. I was gonna do this one.
Yep, I am. Not really.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I have got that one. Hang on.
Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
stone. Okay. Thank you, Azzy. Thank you for my bumper. I love it. I'm so using that every week now. Just make sure you get, just hit me with something really good next week, Azzy. Make me laugh. There we go. There's your challenge. That's your challenge for this week. All right. Ster, we have got a question from White Gear, please.
Yes. Quick classic question. Talents, obviously not allowed. That's right. Do not pick your talents. That's the fastest way to be disqualified.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter pet talents, though. Can I teach my pets growl? Would beast training be considered a class ability? The Iron Classic page is somewhat vague. I don't actually know the answer to that. What do you think?
Okay, so the website has got the very basic rules for Iron Classic, which is, and when it comes down to no talents are allowed, that includes your pets. Okay, so there is no ifs, buts, or maybes to it. Yeah, we haven't defined it down. And you know what? We have been working on, Ster and I, we have been defining a set when API comes out. And obviously it's all going to determine on that, isn't it, Ster? And Ulminia. It's going to depend. We've given you a basic set of rules for Iron. So if you want to go give it a try, and again, just look at it as being, look, this is a scout to possibly, once API comes in and we're able to go live with the proper rules. However, yeah, talents are never going to be allowed. Okay, has always been the basis for that, including pets. So for my demons, I can't do talents on them as well. As for buying spells, you can buy spells. Okay? Yes. Spells is different to talents. If there is a talent that's going to give you a spell, well, you can't have a talent. So you're not going to get that spell. I've not played Hunter in Classic so far, because I've been concentrating on Warlock. So I don't know if Growl is, maybe Azzy or someone can say.
Growl in Classic.
Yeah.
Is a learned trait from pet families.
Yep.
And it takes training points, not talent points.
Okay.
But if you want to avoid that, there is a pet, I forget where, that default comes with Growl already learnt and in the action bar.
Okay. That's right, because we're going way back to pets having specific abilities. So beast training would be completely fine because it's classed as spell, yeah, and getting a beast is part of what a hunter can do. It's not a talent to do it. It's an ability.
Exactly, and that's the misconception when people go from retail to classic. They think that in the pet training that it's pet talents. It's pet training, not talents.
Yeah.
They earn training points as you level. So if you've learned Growl, you could spend the 10 training points and give your pet Growl.
Yeah.
But you have to train that pet to get Growl in the beginning.
Yep. Yeah. So it's basically you're spending a bit more time on your hunter pet to, instead of, whereas we would previously go get the turtle or go get the gorilla or whichever, you can hunt for more pet abilities to help a current pet that you've already got. Yeah. Okay.
It's the way the pets work in Classic is completely different than what people are used to now.
Yeah.
Here's a good tip for anyone doing Classic that's a hunter. In 1,000 Needles, about halfway up, just after you come through the pillaged section and you come into the green section, at the top of the hill, there is a wolf off to this right-hand side as you're heading for the other side of the continent that has 100% resistances to everything.
Oh.
Surprise.
Oh.
That now, as the classic rollouts go on,
Mm-hmm.
that gets nerfed.
Yep.
But right now, it still has 100% resist to all spells.
Mm-hmm. So what's
It's an
Thousand Needles?
excellent taking-
40?
It is 38, I do believe.
38. I don't think we've got any challenge tune anywhere near that yet. How's Lasan going? Last I saw, I think he was about 22, 24. Do we know?
Yeah, Lyson. Yeah, he's at 22. Still.
Okay. All right.
We had
He's
we had
playing
a 24.
priest. Did we? We had a
Yeah,
24.
but we did in the guild, but she died. And
Oh, damn.
So, well, back to Lyson at 22. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what? Interesting to know because, yeah, you know, when I must admit the thing with Classic, and even when I play my normal Leeta tune over on Classic, so I've got my challenge tunes plus I've got my normal, I keep telling the boys, I say this all the time, I'm like, Classic, even on a normal tune, feels like I'm doing a challenge tune. So when I hop onto the challenge tune, I feel like I am really, you know, there's times I'm really struggling because it is, you know, it is stripped so far back that, which is good, which I do love, but, you know, there are times that you're just like, I just want to, you know, kick this thing's butt, and you're like going, hang on, gotta wait for my 3-second corruption. Okay, now it's hit. Okay, now we can do... Oh, no, someone's already tagged it because the tick didn't tick off. Damn it. So, yeah. But, thank you. Thank you, White Gear, for the question. Because, you know, there will be... As we said, we still got to wait and see if and when API comes and what changes. But if you just go with what's basic there and just, you know, no talents. Right across the board. No talents. So, definitely. Alright. Anything from the chat room? What do we got? At least in retail, if you leave it on defensive, if you DC and a mob hits you, it will attack while you are trying to get back. Nisi? Yes. Yes, I don't think that will happen at all for Classic. Other than that, preferred stance of your pet. Lock hunter, defensive of assist. Okay, Rude is asking defense or assist. Normally assist at low level. Because if I put Voidy on like the I think it's the defensive one, he aggro because he hasn't got that ability. He's just like, I see red, beeline to aggroing everything. So for the warlock, I keep the pets on, you know, on kind of assist, which then I normally have to manually, unless something hits me, manually be like, okay, go fight that. So but good question, yeah. Aggressive, the pets go a little, you know, Burko. They just want to aggro everything. And you're like, no, I'm a challenge soon. Just, if you're going to aggro one. And they're like, no, I'm going to aggro these 5. Come to me, everyone. And you're like, yeah, I'm going to be dead. That's it. So, yeah.
On my hunter challenge tunes, I like to keep my pet on passive.
Mm-hmm.
And I use a macro to cast pet attack and my hunter mark at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I choose the target it's going to attack, and it'll build its threat and won't randomly attack something that's hit me as I'm running by.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get so far ahead and it decides to catch up, it won't train everything between me and my pet to me, and I die.
Mm-hmm. That's
Makes
a good
sense.
point. Yeah, that's and you know, of course, you can do that. Depends on which way you want to go. Rude also asked, but for classic iron, can I buy grimoires for my pet for the imp void? Yeah, that's fine because they're spells. That's completely fine. That's got nothing to do with talents. Is buying grimoire. So if you can afford it, After you've got your training? Yeah, because by the time you get your training and you're like, wow, I've got 3 silver. No, I can't buy anything for the demon. Okay, Firebolt level 1, rank 1 is what you're staying with, little impy. Off you go.
But also remember in Classic 2, Darnassus, Ironforge, and Stormwind auction houses are not linked.
Mm-hmm.
The economy will change depending on what auction house you go to.
Yes. True. And of course, then you've got your neutral auction houses. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems to be Fessa. She thinks that they are linked. The city ones, not linked to neutral. I was just thinking, I thought the city ones were linked and they were definitely different to Booty Bay and Winter's Spring. I was going to say Winter's Grasp, and I was like, it's not that one. I thought, because I'm sure I could put up in Undercity and I thought it was Undercity and Ogrimmar. Yeah, not Booty Bay or Winter Spring. So, that's if you can afford to put stuff on the auction house. That's the other thing too. But you know what? It's an interesting experience playing Classic. So if you're giving it a go, good luck. Have fun with it. Because it is completely different to, what the current game is. Which is kind of cool. It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because, that's where we started from. That's the basis of WoW, where WoW started from 16 years ago. So it's kind of cool to see the transition of it.
Nostalgic. And we love one flight point per zone and 2 mailboxes in all of Stormwind. It's like, really? Come on. Give me some more mailboxes.
It's like, I want to fly to Brill. No. Yeah, but I want to fly. No. Nope. Not gonna happen. Gotta run. Get used to lots of running. Lots of running. Oh, so funny. Alrighty. Okay, I think we shall do it there for today. So I think we shall do the thank yous and wrap this stuff up. So, Ster, can you do the thank yous for me for the Iron Elites, please?
Big breath, huh? And really, thank you for all the contributions, whether it's in consulting or answering questions or subscriptions. We really appreciate it. All the help helps. So, in no particular order, here we go. Wait a minute, it's alphabetical. It is in order. Okay. Two Shanks, Alejandras, Assy, Chupa, Crash Landing, Dave DeHunter, Dino, Execute, LB, Fur, Miss Taco, thank you, Five Iron, Frasley, Sparkspan, Gaston, Granagus, Grim, Introvert Genius, Chris, Layla, Lyson, Russ, Mrs. Rock Guru, Miss Miggy, Never Died, Nisi, oh, Canada, Onyx Hammer, Periton, Rude de Bruyne, Ster, hey, that's me, Stone, Swing Cat, Thylana, Tiber, okay, Thylana, Tiber, aka Tiber, Toasty, Tully, Terwinkle, Two Frog, Ulminia,
Umanithal, yep.
Yes. Weinma, Zaya, and Zorts, the Get Off the Stage original.
Nice. That is awesome. And again, thank you. I haven't updated it, so if there's any new or anything's changed, I'll look at that later today. But again, thank you to everyone for whatever contribution. It all helps, so we greatly appreciate that. Alrighty, as always, Ster and I want to say a massive thank you to our wonderful mods for all you guys do. Awesome Trousers, Boz, Fair, Chris, Zaya, Zorts, and especially to Nisi, because she does a damn lot of stuff, especially to help me out. And it is so greatly appreciated. So thank you, all of you, but big hugs, Nisi, for everything you do. Ulminia, who is here, hang on, that way, right there on the screen.
I'm somewhere.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you to all you do as well. It is greatly appreciated. And, you know, not only with the coding, as we have said, but in the new website that is coming, because we know there's a lot of work, and we appreciate you doing that. So thank you for that. And also, as always, to our friend who forever, he's not necessarily here on the show, but to Stone, for all the little bits that he does to help, and like he does produce the show, so I leave that to him playing around. So, you know, let me know if he edits something in that I don't know about. Please, someone tell me.
He puts up with my dumb questions,
and he puts up with he does put up with a lot of things. So we do appreciate that he is around and does help us so greatly. So thank you, Stone. He's probably resting or playing WoW or doing something. I'm not sure, or he's with the family. WoW. He's probably playing WoW. Absolutely, he's having some WoW time. Nice. And obviously, to you guys, to the chat room, to the listeners, for being here, for listening to the show, we do appreciate that. So thank you very much. Now, we will be back next week, which will be Saturday, 5th of October at 7 p.m. Eastern. We will be having the lovely Belle will be joining us. So,
oh, cool.
Yes, we will be having...
She is so much fun.
She is a lot of fun. And, you know, Belle is the one that stripped our clean tag. So, you know, we blame it on Belle. And we blame it in such a beautiful way. She is a beautiful, beautiful person. We will be talking all things DitchCon. She will be filling us in because, you know, what is it? Like 4 weeks till BlizzCon? And she'll be telling us what she's been up to and what things, you know, will be happening at DitchCon, which happens a few days before BlizzCon starts. So super excited to talk to Belle again. But you know what? Thank you, Ulminia. Thanks for joining us, and I know it's been a super big day for you, but thank you for all the little tidbits that you were able to share and just to have a chat with us. We do appreciate you giving us some time. So can you please tell everyone where they can find you or get in contact with you?
They can soon find me in my bed. First of all. But I'm on the WoW Challenges Discord, of course, under the tag Illumina. I am also on Twitch and Twitter as Illumina. Mm-hmm. And it's twitch.tv, isn't it? Something like that. Mm-hmm. They change it again? No, it's twitch.tv/Ulminia. Mm-hmm. And then it's at Ulminia on Twitter. And that's about it.
Excellent. And we will have all of that information up on the website with the blog post. So don't forget, you can pop over to wowchallenges.com where you will find all of the information for the Discord, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube channels, all of that. Not only, don't forget, you will find challenge information. Read the rules and the FAQ, people. Please, just saying, throwing it out there. If you want to listen to the podcast, you can check out Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher Radio, where you can download it. Other than that, if you want to get in contact with us, whether it is a pun, a question, just, something that you want to ask, please send us an email at podcast@wowchallenges.com. Ster, where can we find you, please?
Well, in Discord, and I'm usually at the top of the list, so just look for Ster. And on Wormrest Accord, I am the guild coroner, the guild medical examiner, the guild all those the guild take care of the stables, all that. So you can usually find me on Wormrest Accord with the name Ster somewhere in it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, definitely find that. Okay, and where you can find me, I am on Twitter at Leeta, wow, which is LEETAWOW. And don't forget, check out Behind the Avatar and Adventures in Azeroth, which Stone and I did episode 90 of yesterday, so check that out. Okay, our last lot of thank yous. Ster, can you do those for me, please?
Of course. And we would like to thank Markonnen, and you get to hear his intro every week as we start the show. And he can be found at Markonnen Wow, and he can also be found on Twitter at Markonnen Wow. And we really like the intro, and thanks again for it. And he's got some other good stuff. You got to go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And a big thank you to Epic Insanity for our outro, and you'll get to hear that in just a few. And you can find him at epic_insanity. And you'll find him on Twitter and Frozen Nerds and also BlizzCon Podcast.
Absolutely. And again, thank you guys for helping us out with those. We always like to say thank you, because not only are they great mates of the shows, and but they do good stuff. So thank you, Markonnen and Epic, for that. Yes, and as Nisi says, don't forget, if you are tweeting about your challenge tunes, please use the hashtag WoWChallenges. That way we can find your screenshots, your questions, your whichever. So please use that. That is always the best way to let us know what you've been up to on Twitter. Okay, guys, well, I think that's it. Let's wrap up. So Ulminia needs to go to sleep because he's super, super tired. So everyone have a great week. Take it easy, both in and out of game. And we will catch you again next week. Bye.
See ya. Thanks.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Stone and Leeta, copyright 2019. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find his great stuff at incomputech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Alright, we'll cut that short because you know what? Stone's gonna edit. Ha ha! Make him work for it. Alright, show title. Okay, let's have a look. Has anyone got a show title? I have got When in Doubt, Skip Out. Which was what Ulminia said earlier when we were talking about, tips and tricks. So, Ster, do you have anything that you came up with?
No, not really. We always like to ask the guest first. Ulminia, what would you like?
I don't know. Can't think right now.
All right, I'll see if the chat room. Sometimes Nisi normally comes up with some interesting ones, so I'll just see if anyone has got anything. Anyone? Show title?
What was that earlier one about pop it and run?
Well, that's what you said. You said pop 'em and run.
Yeah.
That was yours. So I was trying to keep it to Ulminia's. No API yet. Yep. No, we're not Chris, love you, girl, but yeah, we're poor Ulminia. I'm not giving him that show title. I think when in doubt, skip it. That's really good advice. I think that one would probably be a good one. So if you're happy with that, Ulminia, we'll use that one. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Perfect.
Excellent. You're a rat bag, Chris. Heart you, girl. Heart you. All right. Okay, we will say goodbye because I know you need to go sleep. So say goodbye. I'm going to cut the stream. See you all next week. Thank you.
See ya.
See y'all.